Hello, everyone. This is Kristen with the LTRC. Thank you for joining us for leveraging technology to implement 11 habits of successful law firms with our sponsor Leap as part of the LTRC Industry Insight series held every Wednesday. Our speaker today is Cy Summer. Cy Summer is the Director of Litigation at Leap Legal Software. Cy is a 2010 graduate of Fordham Law School and a New York State admitted attorney. Cy began his career in the family law department of Manhattan law firm Davidoff Hutcher and Citron LLP. After 3 years with DHC, Cy went to JP Morgan Chase, where he served as an associate vice president, senior counsel in the bank's mortgage banking litigation group. In 2018, Cy sought to apply his legal education and experience in the legal technology space and joined Leap with excitement to further the company's mission of helping attorneys to be more productive with cloud technology. Thank you all for joining us. We will now begin the webinar.
Thank you for that introduction, and welcome to today's presentation, Leveraging Technology to Implement the 11 Habits of Successful Law Firms. And thank you to the American Bar Association for hosting today's event. First, for anyone who may not already be familiar with Leap, Leap Legal Software is the global leader in the development of integrated practice productivity solutions for law firms. With over 30 years of experience developing legal software and supporting law firms on 3 continents, Leap has established a deep understanding of how attorneys and their support staff work. And Leap has developed integrated software solutions that are easy for everyone in a firm to use. Because all firm members are on the same system, which synchronizes in real time across all devices, Leap serves as the one source of truth that can always be relied upon by everyone in a law firm. As we all know, technology has caused the nature of legal practice to change dramatically. Lawyers and their employees expect to be able to work from anywhere, and law firm clients expect access to their matter documents and financials online and around the clock. In a world where technology has reshaped the way people work, firms using Leap enjoy all of the benefits of the state-of-the-art practice management system, along with legal accounting functions, document assembly and management, uniquely legal publishing assets, and so much more, all in one integrated and user-friendly solution. In today's presentation, we'll discuss how law firms can leverage technology to implement the 11 habits of successful law firms. These 11 habits were first articulated in a 2018 white paper authored by Leap Executive Chairman Richard Hugo Hammond. In 2020, Richard updated the 11 Habits white paper to consider the effects of COVID-19 as the pandemic vastly accelerated pre-existing trends around the adoption of new technologies in day-to-day legal practice. Both of those white papers are available for you at our website, which is www.leap.us. Before we get started, I'd just like to quickly introduce myself. My name is Cy Summer, and I currently serve as Director of Litigation at Leap. I'm a born and raised New Yorker, and I attended Fordham Law School, where I graduated in 2010 with my JD and was admitted to the New York State Bar slightly after in 2011. From 2010 to 2013, I practiced family law as an associate attorney with the New York City law firm Davidoff Hutcher and Citron. And in 2013, I took on an in-house counsel role and spent the next 5 years in the mortgage banking legal department at JP Morgan Chase, litigating escalated contested foreclosure cases on behalf of the bank. After 5 years with Chase, I decided to explore alternative legal careers and specifically sought a pathway into legal technology. And I was fortunate to be introduced to Leap around that time. And I joined Leap in 2018 with true excitement to further Leap's mission of helping law firms earn more money and be more productive through implementing cloud technology software solutions. So that's enough about me. Let's now get into the 11 habits. So let's start with a quote from the late American entrepreneur and motivational speaker, Jim Rohn, who famously said that success is just a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. So, what's a habit? A habit is an acquired behavior pattern regularly followed until it's become almost involuntary. It forms as a result of repetition, and it takes concerted effort to establish a habit. But as Jim says, after enough time and repetition, it will become natural. The 11 habits of successful law firms discussed in today's presentation will likely strike you as common sense. This is completely expected. While the reaction to these habits may be, well, of course, I already know that, the real trick here is actively putting the habits into practice so that they eventually become deeply ingrained in your law firm's people, processes, and culture. If your firm is not already following these habits, it's time to give serious consideration to implementing them. At Leap, we understand that change is difficult and requires hard work and persistence. We also understand that it's unrealistic to expect that you can implement all of these habits immediately or simultaneously. However, if you make a commitment to implementing these habits and you consciously work on building them into your day-to-day practice, you'll benefit tremendously from increased efficiency, productivity, and happiness for yourself and your staff. In this presentation, we're going to take a closer look at each of the 11 habits listed on this slide, with a focus on how technology can help you put those habits into practice. We'll also pay particular attention to how Leap software can aid in the realization and the ongoing maintenance of these habits. So the first habit of successful law firms is to actively decide to be efficient. The typical law firm needs to be efficient and should embrace the technological tools that allow them to complete a greater amount of legal work in a shorter amount of time without sacrificing quality. This ultimately allows firms to serve more clients, which leads to greater repeat business and referrals. This embrace of efficiency can feel counterintuitive to lawyers who may be used to billing by the hour and who might even be naturally keeping your office organized. Leap helps law firms become and stay highly organized. By providing a comprehensive and searchable electronic matter list, and by storing all matter details, party information, documents, and other case files in one centralized location for each matter that your firm handles, Leap essentially replaces your physical file room. Leap's file and matter management system allows you to spend less time searching for case information and documents in dusty file rooms and more time doing substantive legal work that serves your clients. Another one of the clearest areas where technology can deliver substantial time savings and efficiency gains is in document automation. Attorneys are definitely used to producing complicated legal documents that can take many hours, days, or even weeks to draft and organize. While legal work is not one size fits all, common documents within any practice area can still be somewhat repetitive from case to case and client to client. And document automation allows you to save time on the production of these repetitive and commonly used documents in your practice. Simply put, if you embrace document automation, you'll be able to serve more clients in the same amount of time. Leap comes preloaded with thousands of automated forms, letters, and other templates, and users also have the freedom to automate their own commonly used firm documents. The powerful document automation provided by Leap enables law firms to streamline their operations and reduce the risk of human error that is just unavoidable when doing manual document creation. Simply key information into your electronic matter, locate the relevant form from the Forms and Templates library, and the document will auto-populate with data from your matter in seconds. This will result in substantial efficiencies and frees your attorneys and staff's time to do more substantive work. Another area where firms can quickly realize productivity gains is by implementing software that provides automated and contemporaneous activity tracking and time capture. Most legal professionals would agree that it often feels as if there are not enough hours in the day, and that their typical work days can be spent frantically running from one task, court appearance, or meeting to the next. While lawyers and their staff are constantly fighting against the clock, it can be easy to overlook recording each activity as it occurs. This results in firm members needing to recreate approximated time entries after the fact, causing inaccuracies in invoices and also causing firms to go unpaid for missed unrecorded billable time. To address this, attorneys and law firm staff should be using software to track the time spent on every billable task and activity as it occurs. With the right software, you will never need to dig back into your memory to recreate the day's work on an old-fashioned paper time slip. And Leap allows law firms to record activity in real time in many ways. We have an electronic timesheet that you can run on your computer to record all of your activity while you're at your desk. There's a mobile application that allows you to create time entries when you're away from your office or when you're on a cellular phone call with your clients. And Leap also tightly integrates with Microsoft Office, and we have automatic timers running in the background whenever you're working in Outlook or in Word. All of this protects you from missing out on billable time. The second habit is to be an early adopter in the use of technology. It's true that if your firm does not keep up with technological advances, it will quickly become uncompetitive. Imagine visiting a firm in the 1990s that was still using typewriters despite the widespread adoption of personal computers and the internet. You would not want to work with that firm. The same is true for cloud technology systems today. Successful firms utilize technology to provide higher quality service to their clients more quickly and at a lower cost. This allows them to stay ahead of competitors and to also be on the same page as their clients, who increasingly expect their attorneys to be as technologically savvy as they are. Not only does keeping up with legal technology keep your firm competitive, but can also keep your firm in compliance with the rules of professional responsibility. The ABA's model rules of professional responsibility start with Rule 1.1 pertaining to competence. That rule provides that a lawyer shall provide competent representation to a client. Competent representation requires the legal knowledge, skill, thoroughness, and preparation reasonably necessary for the representation. In 2012, the ABA added Comment 8 to Rule 0.1, which provides that the rule should be interpreted to mean that the technological competence is included within its scope. Specifically, Comment 8 reads that to maintain the requisite knowledge and skill, a lawyer should keep abreast of changes in the law and its practice, including the benefits and risks associated with relevant technology. Since the adoption of Comment number 8, at least 37 states have adopted the lawyer's duty of technological competence into their own local codes of attorney conduct. So successful law firms can use technological tools to focus on a number of items, and these include having a single database of information for the firm, maintaining compliance with the rules of professional responsibility by walling staff off from conflicted matters and preserving attorney-client privilege and communications, having your practice management, legal accounting, and trust accounting functions contained in one single software application, having access to libraries of forms, letters, and other templates that are available and ready for document automation, recording billable activity in real time to ensure timely and accurate billing, and providing intuitive and easy to use online environments where law firm clients can securely review case documents, communicate with their attorneys, and pay their balances in one user-friendly location. It's also essential that your staff have access to their case files anywhere and at any time. Issues that affect your firm's matters happen unpredictably, and they often can occur after hours and on the weekends. Sometimes it's just not practical to wait to the next regular business day when you're back in your office. By implementing a cloud practice management system, you can rest assured that you'll have access to your office no matter when and no matter where you are. In today's increasingly hybrid work environment, your staff might be at the office, they might be at their homes, or they might be working from anywhere in the world. Ensuring access to their legal case files through cloud technology ensures that everyone can keep working no matter where in the world they may be. So the third habit might be the most obvious of all, and that's in order to be successful, you really should enjoy practicing law. It's difficult to feel that you're successful if you're fundamentally unhappy. Even if you're earning a lot of money practicing, are you truly successful if you're putting in long hours and you're struggling with day-to-day depression? Unfortunately, it's far too common to hear of attorneys who dread going to work, and the legal industry has long struggled with high levels of anxiety, depression, drug abuse, even suicide. According to a study that was publicized by the American Bar Association, lawyers are the most frequently depressed occupational group in the United States and are 3.6 times more likely to suffer from depression compared to non-lawyers. Fortunately, it doesn't need to be this way. By making conscious decisions about the type of work that you do and the kind of clients that you work with, you can exert at least some level of control over the fulfillment that you derive from your work. To maximize your enjoyment of practicing law, you should avoid practicing outside your defined areas of expertise and also avoid taking on more client work than you can reasonably handle. It's important to not bite off more than you can chew and to maintain a manageable workload. One way to increase your overall enjoyment is by keeping a highly organized office with systematically organized client files. Practice management software facilitates the organization needed to avoid the stresses that can be caused by disorder. With Leap, every matter is perfectly organized and all case documents are uploaded into the electronic file. This allows you to focus on your substantive practice and spend much less time digging for misplaced files. You can also increase your enjoyment of your practice by staying on top of the business side of running your firm. We'll discuss this in greater detail in a later habit, but in sum, with automated time capture, an intuitive invoicing system, fully integrated trust accounting, and robust reporting capabilities, Leap simplifies managing the business of your firm, allowing you to spend more time on the legal work that you enjoy and less on the administrative tasks that can potentially drag you down. Another way to ensure that you'll get the most enjoyment out of your practice as possible is to also be attentive to the client experience. If your clients are unhappy, they'll make you unhappy. So consider how to enhance the client experience however you can. We'll touch on some ways to enhance the client experience in a later habit. So to summarize, be thoughtful about implementing the technologies that'll make it easier for you to manage your firm and enhance your client's experience. This will allow you to focus your time on providing excellent legal services to your clients, which is why you decided to practice law in the first place, and in turn, you'll enjoy your practice more. The next habit number 4, is to employ smart people and to treat them really well. In today's environment, lawyers and other staff have come to almost expect to be able to work from anywhere. And as work life has been transformed by the COVID-19 pandemic and staff are often working remotely and without close supervision, it has never been more important to hire and retain the smartest and most trustworthy people. One way to attract the most talented people is by adopting technology that will enable them to work efficiently and flexibly. This means investing in the equipment and in the software that enables productive work from wherever your staff may be located. If you have pivoted to a permanent hybrid work arrangement, consider assisting staff with the costs of comfortable work from home setups. Furniture and equipment is expensive, and staff may not have had an appropriate home office setup prior to hybrid work becoming the norm. On the software side, cloud systems allow your staff to access their work securely from just about any device with an internet connection. Taken together, a comfortable physical setup and the hardware and software that allows for reliable remote access will create the flexibility that's going to attract the top employees in today's tight job market. Another important consideration is that staff should be involved and invested in the process of implementing new systems. Change is difficult, and adopting new systems can be disruptive. Give staff dedicated time to train and get comfortable using any new systems you adopt for your firm. A software system can only be successful if everyone in the firm has committed to using it and embedding it deeply into firm processes. LEAP helps you obtain staff buy-in by providing all clients with a sequence of live implementation trainings delivered by a highly qualified certified independent consultant. After initial onboarding, all LEAP clients are partnered with a LEAP practice management advisor who's available to assist them with getting the most out of their LEAP software throughout their entire time with LEAP. LEAP also has live United States-based help desk chat available to troubleshoot technical issues with clients in real time. This elaborate support system ensures that your staff are comfortable and ready to embrace their new system and really hit the ground running. You should also always be cognizant of investing in your staff and their futures. Focus on mentorship, professional development, and career advancement opportunities for your junior attorneys and other staff. Today's young associate is tomorrow's future equity partner, and investing in their career now can build loyalty and increase your firm's bottom line and reputation in the future. It should go without saying that you need to pay your staff competitively and always treat them with kindness and respect. Generous personal time and benefits should be provided whenever possible so that people can rest, recharge, and come back to work motivated to give their all. A happy team is a productive team, and the happier that your office is, the less turnover you'll experience and the less time and effort that you'll need to expend on hiring and training new staff. So the 5th habit is to select the areas of law that you enjoy and to then focus on them deeply. It's better to be a specialist than a generalist, but it can also be risky to be overly specialized, as this can make you vulnerable to downtrends in a narrow market. For example, a firm that only handles residential real estate transactions might see business dry up in connection with slowdowns in the housing market. It's important to strike the right balance by specializing in a few complementary areas of law. By specializing in just a handful of complementary areas, you'll develop deep expertise in the workflows, common documents, processes, and local people and personalities who are relevant to your chosen areas of practice. This will ultimately make it easier for you to embrace document and workflow automation technologies, since you'll already be familiar with the underlying substantive legal content. LEAP facilitates automating workflows by coming preset with a wide variety of legal matter types and corresponding automated forms and templates. Users can also set up customized recurring matter templates and automate their own firm document templates to accommodate the intricacies of their practice areas and their individual user preferences. Successful firms make sure that their attorneys each develop and maintain deep expertise in at least one defined area of law, and then lean on that expertise to cultivate their reputations as experts in their specialties. By contributing thought leadership pieces, publicly speaking, and actively networking, attorneys can enhance their reputations as experts in their fields. In turn, the firms who employ these respected experts will attract the best clients and staff and can justify charging higher professional fees relative to their competitor law firms. You should also select areas of law that fit comfortably together. For example, a family lawyer may also practice residential real estate and estate planning, as these areas often overlap and engender repeat business and referrals. As you build your business over time, you can expand your practice offerings even further by strategically partnering with other attorneys with different areas of expertise. Over time, you can build a team of highly qualified and respected experts into an enduring and successful law firm. Another consideration here is to ensure that your firm's marketing efforts are properly directed to emphasize your firm's areas of strength and expertise. Choose the speaking engagements, networking opportunities, and advertising placements that will have the best returns for your practice, and target your efforts at audiences who are relevant to your specialties. So as an example, I live in New Jersey, and not so far from where I live, there's a billboard for a local divorce firm, and it happens to sit just above the strip club that was used as the site for the Bada Bing Club on The Sopranos. So while this isn't the most tasteful advertising placement, I definitely think it's an effective one. So seriously, give some thought to the most effective use of your marketing dollars and time and where to devote those resources. Habit number 6 is to make sure that you dedicate time to building your law firm as a business while also taking time to care for yourself. Most attorneys would agree that law school did not impart basic skills of business management and marketing. Lawyers went to law school to learn how to practice law, not to learn how to run a business. Because of this, lawyers can be vulnerable to failing to adequately manage the business side of their firms. Avoid this pitfall by actively paying attention to building and maintaining your firm as a business, and by carving out the time required for managing the business side of your law firm. It's of crucial importance that you know your numbers and that you record and measure everything. Recording and measuring your work will give you the data that will allow you to make the most informed decisions possible regarding how to allocate firm resources in order to have the greatest financial impact on your business. Implementing the right software that provides this data is crucial. For example, Leap comes with a powerful reporting capability that delivers deep insights into staff performance against budget, firm financials, and much more. Reports can be automated to run on a recurring schedule so that the insights that you need are delivered to you at whatever rhythm works best for you and for your partners. We touched upon this briefly in the prior habit, but this is another opportunity to mention that marketing really matters. Be cognizant of how you package and sell your firm's services, and be mindful of building relationships and participating in activities that will enhance your reputation. As we touched upon previously, work on building your reputation as a highly qualified expert, as this will attract clients and staff to your firm and will ultimately allow you to charge more for your services. Participate in speaking engagements, never stop networking, and embrace modern marketing techniques, including a well-designed website, a managed social media presence, and email marketing directed at both existing clients as well as new business prospects. Now, while time does need to be carved out to work on the business side of the firm as opposed to just the purely legal work, it's also really important to quickly note here that it's important to make time for you and for your staff to care for themselves as well. Everyone from the top managing partner to the newest legal secretary on staff deserves time to focus on themselves and on their families. They'll come back to work reinvigorated and ready to give their all. Be conscious of avoiding burnout and giving people the flexibility that they need to take time for their families and other personal pursuits. Habit number 7 is to confront the challenges of getting paid to solve problems. Sometimes it can be difficult to talk to clients about bills and the money that they owe. This can be especially true in more personal areas of practice, such as matrimonial law and criminal law. When a person's family life or their very freedom are at stake in a legal matter, money might be the furthest thing from their minds. Anecdotally, I practiced family law for the first 3 years of my career after law school, and I know from that experience that the attorney-client relationship in family law can often become very personal, and that the family law attorney can end up informally playing the role of sounding board, shoulder to cry on, and trusted friend and personal advisor. It can be extremely difficult to collect on an overdue bill when the relationship feels this personal. Aside from avoiding overly personal relationships with clients, which should be a given, successful law firms confront the challenges of getting paid head on. Some ways to do this include ensuring that there's a clear, fully executed retainer agreement set has had minimal work performed during a billing period. It should still be billed as part of the firm's regular billing, making it as easy as possible for clients to make their payments online, and if cost estimates change, communicating this to the client clearly and immediately. stop wasting time chasing up unpaid invoices, and will experience less overall stress, allowing them to enjoy their practices more. As executive chairman of LEAP, Richard Hugo Hammond says in his original 11 Habits paper, with good timekeeping and billing systems, it becomes easier to explain and depersonalize the process. Clients know that they need to pay, and they should simply know how much they need to pay and when. LEAP software facilitates this outcome by allowing you to automate your standard retainers, seek electric signatures from clients, share the executed retainer securely, and store the executed retainer in the LEAP matter for ease of future reference. LEAP also makes it second nature to record your time to the second, including a robust invoicing system and integrations with Law Connect and Rapid Pay that provide clients with easy-to-use online credit card payment options. According to a study publicized by the National Law Review, nearly half of all legal clients are more likely to hire a lawyer who accepts electronic payments. In a world where people can pay for things in their everyday lives, PayPal, credit card, or even cryptocurrency, clients expect the same amount of flexibility when paying their lawyers. Excuse me. The next habit number 8, is to have standard processes and procedures in place for all of the types of matters that your law firm handles. While every case has its own idiosyncrasies and legal work is certainly not one size fits all, it's still crucial to have standardized and repeatable workflows, document templates, and organizational systems in place for every type of legal matter handled by your practice. Software is the greatest tool available to aid in achieving this outcome. LEAP comes with a wide variety of preset matter types and also allows users to create custom recurring matter type templates to accommodate the intricacies of individual practices and user preferences. This allows law firms to employ consistent and replicatable case opening procedures so that staff can open new client files quickly and consistently. LEAP also provides online intake forms that are mapped to corresponding matter types in LEAP, effectively allowing law firm clients to fill out their own basic contact and case information that then gets automatically copied to the digital file, saving valuable time that was previously spent on administrative and clerical work. Technology can automate many other day-to-day legal processes. For example, LEAP includes an integration with a service called Law Toolbox, which is a robust system of automated court calendar rules that sends court deadlines to your Outlook calendar based on user input triggers such as the date of service of a summons or a discovery demand. LEAP also provides users with access to Bundle Pro, which is a unique system for automating the pagination, indexing, OCRing, and Bates numbering of large court documents. These are just a couple of examples of various workflow automation tools that are available to law firms to streamline, simplify, and automate their day-to-day processes. The important takeaway here is that implementing standard processes and procedures aided by technology allows for consistency of approach across your entire staff and office. When sound case opening and other administrative processes that can be documented, and replicated are in place, attorneys and staff can devote more time to substantive legal work, and they'll spend less time on non-billable administrative items. This also facilitates easier training and onboarding for your new hires. This is another opportunity to note the importance of embracing the digital file. If you're using a cloud-based system, your files will be available wherever you have an internet connection and they cannot be misplaced or lost. Your cloud-based practice management and productivity system becomes the one and only source of truth for your firm. Make sure that everyone uses it consistently and in a uniform manner, and the productivity and efficiency gains will quickly become obvious. Habit number 9 is to make compliance a natural consequence of running your firm well. Successful firms use modern systems to manage their firms diligently, such that they maintain compliance with the rules of professional responsibility and any other local statutes governing their attorney conduct. Implementing the right software can aid in maintaining compliance. This includes being able to electronically exclude staff from accessing matters where they have a conflict of interest, as well as enabling the preservation of attorney-client privilege through utilizing secure and encrypted communication and document delivery systems. Rule 1.15c of the Model Rules of Professional Conduct provides that a lawyer shall deposit into a client trust account legal fees and expenses that have been paid in advance to be withdrawn by the lawyer only as fees are earned or expenses incurred. In addition to this fundamental requirement of keeping client funds in trust, most states also call for regular three-way reconciliations of attorney trust accounts, requiring periodic balancing of the trust bank account balance, the book balance on the firm's financial statements, and the balance as broken down by matter or client. The Massachusetts rule, for example, provides that for each trust account, the lawyer shall prepare and retain a reconciliation report on a regular and periodic basis. Each reconciliation report shall show the following balances and verify that they are identical. 1, the balance which appears in the check register as of the reporting date. 2, the adjusted bank statement balance determined by adding outstanding deposits and other credits to the bank statement and subtracting outstanding checks and other debts from the bank statement. And 3, for any account in which funds are held for more than one client matter, the total of all client matter balances. That's just an example of one out of many state statutes relating to reconciliation of attorney trust accounts. LEAP facilitates the meticulous management of client funds by providing a robust trust accounting system that tracks all activity in firm trust accounts. LEAP also includes a thorough 3-way reconciliation tool that enables law firms to accurately reconcile their trust accounts and produce monthly trust account activity and reconciliation reports that can be readily produced in the event of an audit. LEAP also allows firms to produce matter financial statements with a single click. This is useful if you need to provide a financial overview to your client, but it can be absolutely essential in instances where you might need to produce a billing history to a court or an auditor. As mentioned in the prior habit, software can also be incredibly useful for managing court-imposed deadlines. We all know that deadline management is crucial and that missed deadlines can lead to very serious legal malpractice claims. The LEAP Practice Productivity Solution includes Law Toolbox, which provides court calendar rules for all US jurisdictions and automatically calculates court deadlines based on triggers input by the user, and then integrates with the LEAP and Outlook calendars. LEAP with Law Toolbox harnesses the power of cloud technology to ensure that you have automated and accurate records of all upcoming deadlines for your litigated matters. Habit number 10 is to become an expert in the client experience. Successful law firms embed thoughtful and high-touch customer service throughout their culture, and they constantly seek to improve and streamline on the client experience. The bedrock of a positive customer experience is rooted in establishing good communication, building rapport with your clients from the very first meeting, and then treating them with respect and consideration throughout that entire engagement and beyond. Being conscientious about your client's experience working with you will engender goodwill and will lead to repeat business and referrals from past clients. In today's world, people can do just about everything online, and instant gratification is the norm. Law firm clients expect that same level of service and user-friendly online access from their legal professionals. Law firms must give serious consideration to implementing the technologies that will allow them to provide consistent, high-quality, error-free, and timely legal services while simultaneously enhancing their clients' experience. One way to streamline the client experience is by implementing technologies that simplify the handling of legal matters from your client's perspective by providing an easy-to-use online client portal. A portal will help to keep clients fully informed about the status of their matters and provides clients with 24-hour access to their case files, documents, and financials. At the outset of any new engagement, clear expectations regarding costs and chances for success should be established, and estimates must be updated as circumstances dictate. Fixed fee or hourly attorney rates should be clearly documented in a signed retainer, which can be stored in your firm's practice management system and shared to your client using your secure document delivery via your client portal. All case documents should be shared using that secure portal throughout the matter as they're produced and as they're received from other sides. By utilizing a practice management system that provides an interactive client portal, your firm can provide clients with a seamless experience that reduces their stress, enhances your firm's reputation, and engenders future referrals from your satisfied clients. With LEAP, clients have access to their case files using Law Connect, and they have access to your firm and appointment scheduling through your LEAP web portal, and they can pay invoices and statements online using Rapid Pay at the LEAP web portal. The modern firm is constantly seeking to improve the client experience, and embracing technology is really one of the most reliable ways to do so. So finally, we're on habit number 11, our last habit, and that's to make sure that you understand the finances of your firm. We touched upon this previously in habit number 6 regarding your building your law firm as a business. However, understanding firm financials is really so important that it warrants reiteration here as its own habit. Most lawyers receive no training in financial management or even basic bookkeeping. We previously mentioned how attorneys did not go to law school to learn how to run a business. And while this is true, lawyers who neglect the business side of their practices do so at their peril. To be successful, you must understand the finances of your firm. To successfully grow a firm, understanding your sources of capital and the stock of available staff time, and then effectively managing those resources is completely critical. Software can go a long way towards easing the burdens of financial management. The right legal software will provide you with automated time tracking, bulk and matter level invoicing, a robust trust fund management and reconciliation system, and much more. The Leap Legal Practice Productivity Solution provides all of this and integrates with QuickBooks Online as well as Xero for general ledger accounting. And these are two systems that your typical legal bookkeeper should be very familiar and comfortable with. Software can also provide reporting on firm finances that enables you to make the best decisions for your law firm. What kind of matters produce the greatest returns? Are staff using their time efficiently, and are they hitting their budgeted billing goals? Do we have any aged, unbilled items that need to be billed? How about aged receivables that we should be collecting on? Leap software provides firms with these insights and much more through a comprehensive suite of reports. So, in the modern era, nearly all industries have adopted new technologies that improve their productivity, efficiency, and profitability. While these trends have been taking shape for over a decade or even longer, they were significantly accelerated, and their necessity was made obvious when the COVID-19 pandemic caused an abrupt shift to remote work all around the world. Despite being a historically slow industry to embrace new technology, the legal sector is no exception to these rapid changes, and law firms who fail to adopt these latest technologies risk being left behind. By implementing the 11 habits of successful law firms discussed in this presentation, and by harnessing the power of cloud technology to do so, you'll put your firm in the best possible position to be future-facing and ready to succeed in today's rapidly evolving legal business landscape. Thank you for your time this afternoon, and thank you to the American Bar Association for hosting us. If you'd like to learn more about Leap, please visit us online at www.leap.us to arrange a product demonstration. I'm happy to open it up to any questions now.
A few questions for you. First one we have is, if you only have the time to implement some of these habits, which would you prioritize?
Thank you. That's a great question. So I think there are three that I would work on first, and I think they all are closely connected. So that's one, decide to be efficient. Two, be an early adopter in the use of technology. And three, have standard processes and procedures in place for all of your matter types. All three of these habits touch on using technology to ultimately achieve better organization and standardization of your firm's processes. So these are the habits which, in my opinion, are going to have the most tangible and immediate impacts on firm productivity and profitability. If you need to prioritize putting these habits into action, I would start with those three.
Great. Next question for you is, are there any non-obvious risks involved with implementing any of the technologies that you discussed?
Thanks. That's another great question. So the honest answer is yes, there can be. But the first thing I'll say there is that any risks are really significantly outweighed by the gains in efficiency and productivity that you would realize by implementing a cloud-based practice management product. That being said, while tools that automate aspects of your legal practice can be extremely useful and can result in time savings and the ability to serve more clients, we still need to carefully check our work product to make sure that everything we submit is accurate and of the highest quality. Automation is a tool. It's not meant to replace an attorney. I don't think you can automate and turn an attorney into a robot, because it really does require a large amount of human input. So while document automation is a fantastic tool, save us a lot of time, it's no substitute for an attorney carefully checking their work. It's possible that an automated document may have not been set up perfectly, so there could be fields missing, or an end user may have typos or other errors in the practice management system that's feeding the automation. So automation can save us time, but it shouldn't be a complete substitute for thoroughly checking our work.
All right, next question for you is, what are some things that we should be looking for when deciding what kind of technology to use?
Sure. So I think most importantly is that you're going to want a true cloud-based system that doesn't require the costs and the maintenance of any physical server in your office. You just don't need that anymore. With all these cloud systems, I mean, Leap is hosted by AWS. It's extremely secure. The downtime is essentially non-existent. You don't need to worry about about losing your information, and you don't have to deal with a server in your office, which can be expensive and subject to downtime. Another thing I think that's important is when you're considering software, it's important to know what kind of training, technical support, and ongoing substantive support is available to you. So at Leap, we're truly software as a service, and our relationship with our client doesn't end at the point of sale. And in fact, it really begins at the point of sale. We're highly collaborative with our clients. We deliver a thorough sequence of onboarding trainings. We have live United States-based technical support help desk, and all of our clients are paired with a Leap practice management advisor who's there to make sure that our clients get the most out of their software purchase for their entire time with Leap. So I think it's really important that law firms engage with vendors who are committed to your success in this way and who aren't just selling you a product and then moving on. The point of sale for us is the beginning of a long and collaborative relationship.
Great. Last question for you is changing technologies is a difficult process. How can our firm best prepare to implement a new system?
That's another great question. The most important thing I can say on this is that you need to give your people the time and the space that they need to learn a new system. That means blocking off hours over a period of days or even weeks to dedicate to training and practicing using the new system. Any software that you implement is only going to be as valuable as the buy-in that you get from your teams. So even if just one or a few people in your office aren't getting on board with the change, that can drastically reduce the overall effectiveness of the implementation project for the entire office. It's important that you give your team the time they need, and I would also recommend assigning at least 1 or 2 of your staff to kind of be the point person to spearhead the implementation, ensure that the software is being adopted by all the members of the firm, and also to serve as the main liaison with the software vendor and their trainers to ensure that any issues or concerns are being properly communicated so that Leap or whatever vendor you go with ultimately can be responsive to your firm. It's so really just devoting the time and having at least one person to really just kind of own the implementation process, I think will result in the smoothest and least disruptive change event.
Well, that is all the time we have for today. I would like to thank our sponsor, Leap, and all of you for attending our webinar today as part of the LTRC Industry Insight Series. I'd also like to thank Cy for presenting today. If you are curious about future webinars, please check out the ABA LTRC page or follow our Twitter at LTRC for updates. You can keep up with Leap at leap.us. We will now conclude the webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.